Hi everyone, it's been a long time since I've done one of these news series, and I'm very sorry about that. Excuses at the end of the video because I know a lot of you are here just for the news, so let's hop right into it. Our first bit of news we have here, do you own a Volkswagen? If you do, I would recommend getting it refurbished or checked out by a security technician, because now every Volkswagen ever produced from 1995 is in jeopardy of being hacked. The reason this happens is basically the original remote you have. This is a quick rundown. I'm not going to give you all the specifics. But your remote uses an FOB, which is basically, think of it like a key, okay? It unlocks the cars using the Unix security. And basically, in the security conference, there will be one in Austin, and they'll present a paper outlining all of the vulnerabilities and how it works. Technically, they're not telling us all about this because this isn't exactly our knowledge yet, because it can allow you to open every single car ever made from 1995. Well, the VW is, that is not every car, but every VW Volkswagen since 1995, you can open, steal the contents inside, which everyone knows is a huge problem. I don't exactly know how they're going to go about fixing this because all the cars are currently out. It's not like they can just do a huge recall like that, but I mean, who knows? We'll never know what we see. Okay, now we have another one. This is about a security camera hacking. Now, I am not going to disclose this family's information, their names or email addresses or who this was written by, purely for the sake of the family. Let's get right into it. So, a mother of 2 children, saw that that a picture of her daughter's bedroom was posted on Facebook and liked by over 516 people. This was done by a remote camera in her house being hacked. Not only that, but she reported, we'll give her first name out, Jennifer. She reported that they were also yelling and screaming when she wasn't home. The hackers that actually infiltrated the camera because they had the ability to, talk through the camera so that she could talk to her kids. So not only that, but they managed to break into her camera in Houston, Texas, and then scream through them. Now that is completely terrifying. I can't imagine having someone yelling through my cameras, and especially if you're not a security consultant, you don't know how to stop this. It's not like you can just call someone to shut the cameras off because, I mean, these were like built into the house, the security system. There's not much information on how this was done, but her 8-year-old daughter was playing a computer game, and when she wanted to play with friends, they started yelling at her, and the actual hackers were in her game, and they were kind of like talking and things, and it was just really strange situation. Link down below, you can read about it. It's extremely interesting and terrifying at the same time. Okay, so this next one, it really isn't news about like something that happened, but research that was done and what was discovered from it. So this is from an ENISA report. The link in the description if you want to read more about this. It's a really long article. It's by everyone's favorite, the InfoSec Security magazine. But basically, they managed to say that the critical infrastructure organizations, that an attack on their systems can cost over 15 million euro to repair, and that the critical information infrastructures, or the CIIs, as most people call them, are huge problems. And in the last 10 years, there's been a significant increase in the amount of attacks that have been going on. But there's not enough security engineers to fix them. So right now, if you're a security engineer, you could probably get a good job here. I'm just saying. But the most common attacks that happen here are the DOS and DDoS attacks, more commonly DOS. Mostly web-based ones. They attack their organization's front page, basically making it so that customers can't buy their product, which is basically putting them days out of business. And there's no usually this is done by a ransom. I did a video a while back on ransomware. Go back there if you want to read some older articles. But here's a quote from Charles White, the CEO of IRM. He says that with many variables involving cyber attacks, it's uprising that the ENISA, my apologies, has found problems with the way that cost reports are calculated. And the newest one is saying, he's basically claiming that 15 million isn't quite right, that it could be more or less. He's saying it could be regularly 20% more than they're saying, or it could be 1.6% less. It's insane. It's good to read up on this, alright? That's all I'm saying. It's a good thing to dive into. I'm not going to spend too much more time on it. Okay, this next one, if you haven't heard about it already, I don't know where you've been, but basically everyone's blaming Donald Trump for this because he made a statement saying that he wants the Russians to hack the Democrats. So basically, apparently one of them, Jucifer, took that quite literally, and Jucifer 2.0 leaked 20,000 emails and information from more than 200 Democratic Party members. My apologies that I'm stuttering today. I don't know what this is. But I'm about to read you. I'm not going to put this on because this has to do with politics, and I don't want to get an argument started, and I don't want to bring my views into this. So I'm just going to read you what he said. Hi all, time for new revelations now. All of you may have heard about the DCCC hack. As you see, I wasn't wasting my time. It was even easier than in the case of the DNC breach. As you see, the US presidential elections are becoming a fierce and big political performance, where the voters are far from playing the leading role. Everything is being settled behind the scenes, as it is with Bernie Sanders. I wonder what happened to the true democracy, to the equal opportunities, the things we love the United States for. The big money bags are fighting for power today. They are lying constantly and don't keep their word. The MSM are producing tons of propaganda, hiding the real stuff behind it. But I do believe that people have the right to know what's going on inside the election process. In fact, to make a long story short, here are some of the DCC docs from the server. Make use of them. I'm obviously not going to link these. If you guys really want to know, you can go and search for this stuff. Again, I'm not promoting any of this. I can't, or I'll get striked, but I'm not promoting any of this. You have to go look for this stuff yourself. I will leave the names of all this stuff in the description below if you do want to search for it, so you do know where to look. I'm not going to completely misguide you. This next one really isn't news. It's also super short, and I'm not going to take up much time of it. But shout out to my boys over at Cyber AIT. I've learned so much from you guys, and I'm glad you guys raised $1.3 million to improve your education, more classes out there, all that good stuff. I'm rooting for you guys. I hope you guys become bigger than you currently are. I'm telling all my friends about it. Anyone that wants to learn, I highly recommend all you guys. Even if you're in college already, or you're studying it, check them out. They will teach you extra things. It literally can't hurt you. Okay, so now here's a big one. This is the main event. I always like to save the biggest and most juiciest, kind of computer gossip for the last. And this is one that's absolutely revolutionary. Do you guys think that your monitor is safe? Well, guess what? It's not. Hackers have completely proved that they can hack into your computer through your monitor. They did it at the DEF CON conference group. These 3 researchers from the Red Balloon Security demonstrated how to hack a computer through its monitor. This is a really interesting article. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown about how it works. It's actually way simpler than it sounds. Basically, all they do is they target the mainframe in your computer that runs through your monitor, and by getting you to click a malicious site or website, your antivirus doesn't really pick that up, because it's not something that they scan for your monitor infrastructure. They don't really scan for that, because it's basically the wavelength that your computer talks to your monitor. It's very interesting how it works. By the way, I'm sorry if you heard beeps on my phone. It's very interesting how they talk. It's a great read. I've read this twice now, and I still can't believe that my monitor could be at jeopardy, and I'm actually investigating this myself. It's very interesting. But they've already stolen accounts, up to $1 million in PayPal. Hackers have used this. It's absolutely insane. It's really interesting read. I will leave the link down below. It's insane. Now, one more thing I just want to quickly cover. I know I didn't do a good explanation. The mainframe in your computer that talks to your monitor to display the pixels and things on the screen, that's what they're targeting. The malicious website is targeting that to get into your monitor, to get into your computer. If you want to look at all the technicals, you can go on the website. I'm not going to go through all that because, quite frankly, I'm bad at wording things, and I don't really want to mess it up and, give you guys a bad representation of what these guys ingeniously discovered. Their demonstration was on the Dell U2410. So if you have one of those, get rid of it because it's not very good. But other than that, that's the end of the news. So if you guys don't want to hear this next part, I completely understand. That's the end of the news. Click off the video if you don't want to hear it. Okay, so this is my excuses part. So basically, I got into some trouble for actually making this series, believe it or not. I actually got several people reaching out to me saying that they don't want me to make this series, that reading news articles online is good enough, but I believe people should be able to be educated through video. What's the difference between me reading you a rough summary and very quick summary and maybe a 10-minute video of, it's a very, very brief rundown of what these articles are about. I'm not even giving out too many details. What's the difference between them writing the articles and me reading them? I don't see the real problem here. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, continue watching them. I have other videos. They're gaming related, so if that's not your thing, totally understand. But you can keep coming back to watch these. They're my favorite kind of videos to make. I love cybersecurity. I love cyber. I'm personally a web developer myself, so the whole monitor hack was actually really interesting to me. Tell me, if you guys are in the comments below, tell me what you found most interesting about this video and any improvements. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy here, the Star 1000. Thanks for your feedback, dude. I'm actually taking that into consideration. Put your post up there. Just so you guys know, I do read your comments and I will take them into highly consideration. Any kind of video, you know, preferences or anything you think that I should fix, I will immediately fix. If you guys don't think I should do that, I won't do it. Anything to give you guys a better viewing experience, I will do. So thanks for the feedback, man. I hope you keep watching the series.
Look how my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind